Okay, I've got my microphone fixed. So, greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. I am glad I tested that, or checked that before I continued. Welcome back to the Outer Wilds. It's concerning that there's a frights option thing. But, let's go right back to where we were. I still haven't played Echoes of the Eye yet. I'm playing on a controller because this game's kind of rough on mouse and keyboard. Ooh! I went way too fast. Ah! Okay. For some reason, when my ship is damaged, if I lightly touch it, it just explodes. Doesn't even give me a chance to fix it. I don't remember my ship being that fragile. Let's try this again, and maybe this time I won't crash into the surface of the planet. Is everyone unharmed? No one was badly injured from the escape pod's impact. We are incredibly fortunate. This is good news, at least. Have we heard from Escape Pod 2 or Escape Pod 3? No, I'm unable to make contact. My equipment can hear the other two escape pods' distress signals, however. If it's any comfort, both pods must be structurally intact. I'll continue calling for them. My gratitude. If we can... Thatch, the moon is approaching again. Everyone brace yourselves, swiftly. The volcanic moon has returned. Be cautious of falling ash and debris. I believe the moon has passed. This planet doesn't appear eager to have guests. We are certainly unwelcome on its surface. We need to find shelter, and quickly. The volcanic moon won't be gone for long. I observed several promising sites below the surface, but we'll need to construct a way for everyone to climb down safely from this cliff. Perhaps we could build platforms. Ooh, that's a weird noise. What's out there? Begin flight log. Escape Pod 1. Vessel has been mortally injured. Emergency sequence activated. Awaiting departure from vessel. Escape Pod 3. Launching. Launching Escape Pod 3. Launching Escape Pod 2. Now launching Escape Pod 1. Collision imminent. Prepare for impact. Scanning external environment. Scan complete. Minor structural instabilities detected. Pockets of breathable air detected. Adequate solar energy detected. Verdict. Hospitable. Emergency escape hatch. Use caution. A black hole sleeps below. You must not slip. Well, thank you for telling me that. Of note, be sure not to wander far from here. Though this area is somewhat unstable, it's safer than any we've found so far. The temporary settlement is finished, but remember to be cautious of falling rocks and dust created by meteor impacts. Those are the crystals that make you go upside down. This knowledge is too dear to lose. Here is everything we can recall about the signal we encountered while aboard the vessel. The signal was older than the universe itself. This is the most significant detail. No Nomai clan has ever encountered anything like it. How can anything in this universe be older than the universe itself? Imagine what rare and profound knowledge it might offer. We must find this eye of the universe. The signal looked like an eye, round, with a circle at the center, much like a pupil. Suppose the signal was looking for something. My brother wasn't in Escape Pod 1 with us. Was he in Pod 2 or Pod 3? Was he able to board an escape pod at all? We sacrificed too much arriving here. I will not allow our clan's greatest loss to be in vain. I've already been through here. Given concerns about our settlement's stability, where should we construct a new, less temporary shelter? We need to stay close to the escape pod so Felix can monitor incoming messages. We can't be rescued if we aren't present to respond. I believe we should migrate to the northern glacier. Building beneath the crust again would shelter us from the volcanic moon's eruptions. What if we use gravity crystals to craft a stable path? I don't believe anyone is coming to save us, Thatch. Now we must save ourselves. I agree. We are here because the eye signal called to us and we followed. If we are to find it, we need to not merely survive, but thrive. This is a wise point, Plume, and eloquently made. If moving to the northern glacier will keep us safer, then that is what we must do. God, this place is terrifying. I think I fell off for a second. Okay, I'm alive. Ghost matter. Explanation of festivals. All the Nomai clans from all over the universe meet in one place and share what they've learned in science and art. It's called the festival. Don't forget, festivals happen every 10 years. At some festivals, one clan's big discovery can mean that all Nomai get to advance, too. Like Anona's Warp Core, which made it so everyone can warp long distances and explore more. Each clan has a festival envoy to show their most interesting work. Our envoy was Thatch. A single festival could last a long time. We can't go because we're stuck here, but Felix says we used to go too. Formation of this universe. No one knows how this universe was made, but one thing we do know is everything used to be very hot and very dense, tightly packed together. As this early universe expanded, it also cooled down. Once it had cooled down enough, particles were able to group together and form things like galaxies, stars, and planets. Since then, space has continued to expand at a faster and faster rate, which is hard to think about for too long without your brain hurting. This universe will keep getting colder and larger until one day the stars and the life they support will all die. That's scary to think about, even though Coney tells me it won't happen in our lifetimes. It'll happen in someone else's someday. Okay, is there anything else over in this area I need to see real quick? Ghost matter. So where do I go? I used to have like every inch of this game memorized. But that was a long time ago. Black Hole Forge District, Eye Shrine District, Meltwater District, Ghoul District. Sure, well that was deeply unpleasant. I made it this far though. Guess that's the part to focus on, and not how I'll eventually have to get back up that path. But wow, this place sure is something. Looks like the Hanging City is north from here, and east is the Gravity Cannon. I definitely want to see that. And another thing. I'm detecting oxygen from somewhere below, which is good, since I, used up a lot of my supplies screaming during the trip down from the surface. As soon as I stop dry heaving, I'm gonna head further down below so I can refill my tank. Hi. Oh, you launched. That's great. Great job, you. Wow, I guess that means I've been here for a while. Well, this is Brittle Hollow, but you probably already knew that. A lot of history here. It's great. What are you doing here? I'm here to see the Hanging City. It's always been my dream to see it with my own 4 eyes since I was a hatchling. An alien race lived in this solar system long before our species even existed. How could I not want to see what their civilization was like? Only, you probably heard the others say it, right? I'm afraid of space. Seriously, I'm more surprised than anybody that I'm out here. You want to know how I even got this far? I fell. Tripped over a gravity crystal. It's dumb luck I landed somewhere with my little scout says is halfway stable, instead of being sucked into what's below. I've been gauging the stability of the ground around me using my little scout, and this seems to be the place with the best surface integrity. So I'm just going to stay here until I'm ready to move on. But that's enough about me and my problems. You didn't come here to listen to me blather, did you? Ha! That'd be... yeah. I learned something! Oh, cool! What is it? I found the Nomai escape pod in Brittle Hollow. Wow, so then the Nomai probably came here from somewhere from outside the solar system. And they must have been in trouble when they launched their escape pod. But what kind of trouble? And where did their escape pod launch from? I'm so curious. This is an amazing discovery. I hope we can find out more about how and why the Nomai arrived here. I learned something! I saw the old settlement. Isn't it amazing? Hard to believe the settlement is still standing, but there it is. It really makes you appreciate living somewhere like Timber Hearth, you know? Somewhere that isn't being constantly bombarded with meteors and rocks and stuff. I learned something. I saw the Hanging City on Brittle Hollow. You visited the Hanging City. Oh gosh, how was it? Was it amazing? Was it beautiful? Was it scary? The Hanging City is where Nomai settled permanently on Brittle Hollow. It was their most advanced settlement here. Why they chose to build their most advanced settlement so close to you-know-what is beyond me. Maybe that kind of thing makes sense to the Nomai, though. Maybe they needed the black hole for something. Where should I explore here? Oh wow, where shouldn't you explore here? Not the black hole, actually, that's very no. Which is unfortunate because, the most exciting stuff is all below the crust, including the Hanging City. It's just to the north. You can see it from here. There's also this big dome on the surface, on the South Pole called the Southern Observatory. You can't get inside from the surface, trust me, I tried, but if it's like the rest of the Nomai structures here, there's probably a path to it, beneath the crust somewhere. Good luck with exploring. If you learn anything about the Nomai, I'd love to hear it if it's not too much trouble. Okay, so circle also. Me? I'm an archaeologist, remember? Or, archaeologist, I guess, seeing as I'm all Timber Hearth's got right now. Brittle Hollow is rich with Nomai history. That's why I'm here. This planet is an absolute treasure trove of culture, history, and science. If you have any questions about the Brittle Hollow Nomai, I'm your Hearthian. Or, I have some knowledge of them, I mean, so maybe I can help. Bye. No, I fell into the hole. Okay, I successfully killed myself. Alright. Thingy! Projection stone. Alright, so what's this do? I'm at the shuttle. I'm ready to make my first pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon. That's exciting. You're almost ready, but there's still one more rule you need to learn. Come see me at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. The tower is on the opposite side of Brittle Hollow. If you follow the path west to the crossroads, you can reach the tower from there. My gratitude for the directions bells. I'll see you soon. Southern Observatory, this way. And Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Okay, I was trying to go to the Southern Observatory, but I fell. So I'll just go to this instead for now. I think I did this last stream, but I'm going again. Oh, big chunk of land fell. Yep, I've already been here. The Southern Observatory. Alrighty. Go up here. This way. I fell in this black hole. Welcome to the White Hole Station. If you fell through the black hole by accident, don't worry, you aren't the first. This warp tower can return you to the Brutal Hollow. Every warp tower is tuned to a specific astral body. A tower's warp can only be used during the brief window when the tower is aligned with its corresponding astral body, in this case, Brittle Hollow. If you look up while the station is rotating, you can see the alignment happens when the astral body is directly overhead. You must be standing on the warp platform of the floor, then during this alignment to be warped. Departure time, arrival time. Return warp status, charge. Step on the warp receiver and... Okay. The Hanging City, below 50 meters, and it's froze solid. To our friends on Brittle Hollow. I just warped here from the White Hole Station, on the other side of Brittle Hollow's black hole. Our design worked. We've successfully recreated warp travel. I don't know how close it is to Anona's original design, but as long as what we've built works, then I'm delighted. I knew we could do it. Cassava, I hope you're reading this. Wait, this can't be correct. Larry, have you seen these readings? If they were accurate, they would violate causality. There must be an equipment error somewhere. I'm returning to the White Hole Station. If you and Root meet me there, we can run a full diagnostic and hopefully locate the problem. Don't tell Cassava. This is wonderful news. I can't wait to see the warp tower, although it's been a long time since I've jumped through a black hole. The Ember Twin projection stone. Raimi and I reviewed the records you sent, Poke, and they appear to show Nomai are arriving at the warp receiver on Brittle Hollow slightly before departing from the White Hole Station. I understand it's exceedingly odd, but Clary and I have tested and retested the equipment, and the result is the same every time someone warps. The interval is incredibly minuscule, roughly 100,000ths of a second. You suppose our instruments can't accurately measure time to such a small degree? As I've already told Raimi, these measurements can't be accurate. How can a Nomai arrive on Brittle Hollow before he or she ever stepped into the teleporter? The implications are absurd. Poke, as Pi is confident the reading is inaccurate, she's kindly helping me attempt to recreate this phenomenon at the High Energy Lab. We're designing an experiment to take more data. An update. Poke, the High Energy Lab is in the canyon on Ember Twin's equator. Come here at once. You need to see this. I don't disagree. It would mean I've inadvertently broken several fundamental theories regarding this universe. We would have to reconsider all of our beliefs about the nature of time. Yes, I hope so too. Hello, Hibruno. I am enjoying it very much. I played it before, like 2 years ago, but I really wanted to replay it because the DLC came out, and I've just been kind of re-experiencing it all because it's a beautiful game. The story is so deep for it to be almost entirely text-based. Has anyone observed the phantom moon that sometimes greets us in the night sky? Your thoughts interest me. I compliment your eyes. How do you imagine it disappears? Hypothesis. Could it be a shift in the light spectrum? Suppose this moon is too shy to show us its face. I'm interested in your playful moon. Is it much like the violent friend Hollow's lantern? This moon isn't volcanic, to my unaided eye. Sometimes it leaves its friend Hollow's lantern for nights at a time. The nights the moon circles this planet appear random. It seems to travel as it likes. Imagine if there were 2 volcanic moons. Then I imagine there'd be none of us left. Hypothesis. There can exist too much lava. I'd strongly prefer we test the null hypothesis. I'm going to check something real quick. That's giant deep. There we go, Hollow's lantern. I doubt it, but is there any way of landing on this? Like anywhere where I won't die? Even if I do land on it, is there anything to explore on it? Okay, very low gravity. Kinda should have been expecting that, but... Twitch bots. Every time I see a Twitch bot, I just think of the "Could you imagine a world without lawyers" meme. Oh, no, 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 no. God, the gravity on this place is weird. Bye. Actually, I'm gonna do a quick sweep around, see if I notice anything. No, it's too hard to go around this place. The sun's about to go boom. Let's see if maybe I can get the interloper before, it's quite a bit away. We'll see if I can get to it before everything dies. Oh, oh no. I got left in space. My ship just kept going. Giant's Deep. I didn't know Giant's Deep has a moon. I I'm stranded in space. I'm flying towards the sun. Mmm, tasty fire. Tasty, tasty plasma. Okay, so what was my next step? I guess go to the Brittle Hollow Southern Observatory? Southern Observatory. This is north, isn't it? Yeah, this is the Northern Glacier. Tower of Quantum Knowledge. That was a mistake. No, 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 no. Come on, come on, come on. Yay, I did it. That was cool. Okay, now I'll just ride it normally and not try to be stupid. Then I go up here. Southern Observatory. I could be risky and jump for it, but I'm not going to. Or maybe I am, because neither of these work. Like, they work, but they're dangerous. Actually, wait, which... I got stuck. That was cool. I don't know where I am. No, it's this spot. Ow. And I fell into the black hole. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the L with that one. What is that one? Seattle Rock. That's the moon. I'm getting into that southern observatory. I believe I was already in here. Oh. I made a mistake. Is that a broken gravity crystal? What is that? That's concerning is what that is. There's another one. There's several more. I'm going to assume this is where they make the gravity crystals. So red is north and blue is south? That's weird. Gravity Crystal Workshop. Okay, so yeah, I was right. That is where they make the gravity crystals. That was a stupid guess. Maybe from here I can find a way south. Black Hole Forge District. Okay, so the Black Hole Forge District should be all the way at the top. This is a difficult little position I got myself in. Hmm. No. I can only attempt this a couple more times before I run out of fuel. Hmm. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to get into that today. But perhaps tomorrow, after I get off work, I'll be able to. Ooh, there's some stuff over here for me to read. The Astron project requires a highly advanced warp core. How should we obtain it? That's solution 2, so I'm going to skip that for now until I find solution 1. What's this say? I feel strange trying to recreate Anana's warp core without him. At times it still feels strange to no longer be this very young apprentice, and for the Black Hole Forge to be in my care and not his. To have the chance to try it is thrilling, but I don't know. I don't want to disappoint everyone. I think I can do this, probably, but what if my excitement has clouded my assessment of my own abilities? Still, all I can give is my best, and as Anona would say, should my best prove insufficient, then we will find another way to achieve what's needed. I have Clarion Root in the Forge, and I have my clan. I am not alone. Was I wrong in volunteering to build it? I was born in this star system, and I never saw Anona's warp cores without my own 3 eyes. I only know what he taught me. What if I have bitten off a larger portion than I can chew? Hypothesis. This will always feel strange, even though my time with him was short. I miss my old mentor, and deeply. Solution 1. We could retrieve the warp core from the vessel. This would require a return to Dark Bramble. Plume, my father, said many good Nomai perished there. My mentor, Collius, and his old mentor once discovered and studied an anglerfish fossil on Ember Twin. Using that knowledge, we could avoid the anglerfish entirely. I remember that anglerfish fossil. We used to play in Fossil Fish Cave when we were children. What Mallory and I have learned from that fossil would hypothetically, or theoretically, help us evade the anglerfish, but our hypothesis was never tested on a live specimen. The vessel's warp core is broken, at best. Recall, those present when the vessel crashed said it sustained lethal injuries. There is no guaranteed reward for this risk. Perhaps we could still repair it. My grandmother told me there was little time to assess the nature or extent of the damage. Solution 2. We could craft a new, advanced warp core inspired by the vessel's warp core. Abandoning the vessel's warp core and its casing means losing valuable knowledge. Wait. Okay. This is true, however. However, it's acknowledged we have little hope of recovering. It would be best to relearn, I think. The greatest challenge here, I think, is we don't have the design for such a powerful core, or any of the original crafters of the vessel's core. No, but Poka was apprenticed to Anona, who created the original design, and our Black Hole Forge is adept at crafting simpler cores. I believe I can be of use here. The vessel's warp core was created before my time, but Anona explained many of its designs to me. This is the safest path for our clan. Is the safest path the best one? Our goal is worth the risk. Is it, though? We've tried for so long to find something that I, and others, now believe might be impossible to find. If the search for the eye is a futile one, we should choose the option with the least potential for harm. I would very much like to craft a powerful core. More relevantly, I believe the Black Hole Forge crew and I could recreate the basic design. And there I go into the black hole. Ramming speed! And with that, I think I'm going to end for today, because I'm starting to get a headache. But if you enjoyed, please give me a follow, and I'm probably going to try to stream maybe around 5 p.m. Central Time tomorrow, if I get off of work on time. Which I should. I'm supposed to get off at 3, but you never know with my job. But, I'll see y'all at a later date.